Roar! Hello and welcome to this week's episode of AATV. I'm your host, Ben, and this week we're talking about everyone's favorite, the dinosaur. Long ago, in a land before time, massive creatures called dinosaurs roamed the earth. Some had flat teeth to crush plants and leaves, and they were called herbivores. Others had sharp teeth to rip their prey apart, and they were called carnivores. There were so many different kinds of dinosaurs. I'm sure you can even think of a few. The Stegosaurus with the giant plates on its back, the Triceratops with 3 horns on its head, the enormous Brachiosaurus, or, of course, everyone's favorite, the fierce T-Rex! This week, the Magpie class made their own dinosaurs, complete with a spiky back and tail. Let's check out how it went.
It is much bigger than the other.
Here.
Yippers.
One is big, one is small.
Okay. Perfect.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Needs to be perfect.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
He is flying away.
Alright. Oh, you guys can do it. See now guys, look at it. So now I have a dinosaur, right? Missing.
Oh!
Let's see.
His detail.
Details.
Wow.
There's blue right there. It's in its habitat. What is habitat?
A little spiky.
Nice.
Now, of course, there are no dinosaurs around today. They all died out in a mass event called extinction, which involved a giant rock called a meteor hitting the Earth and creating a giant dust cloud. So if there are no dinosaurs around today, how do we know that they existed? Well, sometimes when a giant dinosaur died, it left an imprint or impression in the rock it was laying in. Even millions of years later, we can still see that imprint or impression in the rock and try to guess what kind of dinosaur it was. This week, the kookaburras learned about that the sweet way by trapping their very own dinosaurs in some sugar cookies. Let's go check it out, shall we? What's a fossil? What is a fossil? Olivia.
It's a dinosaur that a bone.
Oh, what happens to the dinosaur bones?
Because long and fat and a rock.
What is this? What is this?
The print.
What ingredients go into the dough? What?
Milk.
Milk!
Sugar.
Butter. What is butter? Who can know what is butter? Yes, Mom?
It's the thing is a bun and that has a white thing and he has made from cheese and then he used the spoon stick on it and he put it on a cookie and it looks like a square.
That's cream cheese. That's cream cheese. What is the flavor of Christmas that you smell? Vanilla! Oh. Should I make them thinner? All the way into the cookie. We have to push really, really hard. It's like mud, ancient sludge. It's gotten stuck into the cookie. Really? And look, whoa. Go. Those are yours. Oh.
What dinosaur?
Imprints in the rock are just one way that we know so much about dinosaurs. Sometimes, when a dinosaur died, its bones would get covered in layer after layer after layer of dirt and mud and prehistoric sludge, and this would build up lots and lots of pressure and eventually turn the bones into rock. That's called calcification. Then a special scientist called a paleontologist would go in with special tools and find these dinosaur bones that have turned into rock. They're called fossils. Then the paleontologist would have to be very, very careful to remove the fossil and clean it off, and then arrange it into the shape of a dinosaur. Then they can put that in the museum. Let's go now to the Canary class to see what they can dig up.
I'm a paleontologist. Let's look for fossils.
You find a fossil, but you have to be careful. Why? Hannah.
Because he will grow. I found a fossil! I found a fossil! I must be careful. I'm a paleontologist. I'm a paleontologist.
Oh.
Let's look for fossils.
Do you see one? Say fossil. Good. Use your hand. The fossil. Say, I found a fossil.
I found a fossil. I'm Triceratops. I found a fossil.
Can you shake the fossil inside?
Let's clean the fossil.
Fossil.
Let's clean the fossil.
Great.
Break it.
Pick a spot. Ben, get to work.
Wow! We've had so much fun this week, stomping around and acting like dinosaurs. Let's review a little bit about what we learned, shall we? Long ago, giant creatures called dinosaurs roamed the earth. Some had sharp teeth, the carnivores, for ripping apart their meat. Others, the herbivores, had flat teeth for chewing the leaves and plants that they ate. Now, all the dinosaurs died out in a massive event called extinction, caused by a meteor hitting the earth. Now, some dinosaurs were put under layers and layers of rock and mud and sludge, and their bones were turned into fossils, which are then dug up by paleontologists who discover them and clean them off and then put them up in museums. Well, I've had so much fun during Dinosaurs Week, and I hope you have too. So be sure to subscribe to keep up on all of our future adventures. So from all of us here at AATV, have a good one. See you next time.